New videos every day.
Life, wisdom.
Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Jeff Echols, and today we're going to talk briefly about shoulder problems. Shoulder problems are very, very common because the shoulder has the most range of motion of any joint in the body. And there's really nothing that's holding your arm onto your body other than a bunch of muscles and ligaments right here. So the potential to hurt your shoulder is probably higher than with any other joint in the body. So we want to talk a little bit about the shoulder and show you some things that you can do at home, maybe to help. And I'll also show a specific chiropractic adjustment that should only be done by doctors of chiropractic so that it can actually restore some normal function to the shoulder. Now, the shoulder is, of course, a big ball that's called the humerus, and it actually attaches and it sits into a socket. So it's a ball in a socket, just like that, just like is in your hip. And it's all held together by ligaments and muscles in here. And in my practice, I see a lot of, especially women who are doing weight training, and they'll come in and they've hurt their shoulder doing weight training exercises. Now, weight training can be really effective and very helpful for people, but it's a two-edged sword. And I've seen a lot of patients actually hurt themselves and cause such injuries that they didn't heal for a long, long time. So I encourage my patients when they do weightlifting exercises to keep their arms in kind of tight to the body and not be doing a lot of things overhead and with the old shoulders out and with weights. Because unless you're trying to be a professional bodybuilder, I don't really understand what the point would be. And your chance of injury goes way, way up. So I always encourage things real close to the body so that there's not a lot of movement in there with the weight, and your chances of injury go way, way down when you do that. Because once it's injured, it can be very difficult to fix and take a long time. I've had shoulder injuries myself from kayaking, and it took a long, long time and a lot of work to get it fixed up. But we were able to avoid surgery, which is what I hope that all of you guys can do as well. So in the shoulder area, there's a group of muscles that is called the rotator cuff muscles. There's 5 of them, and they come from front all the way around, and they hold and support that. You'll want to get somebody who really knows and understands how these muscles work so they can feel and find out which muscles are damaged and then start to work on them and repair them. Oftentimes, you don't need to have injections done or anything. It can just be just with the hands and do some manual therapy and get that done. So, but oftentimes what'll happen is the shoulder joint can sometimes get just a little bit misaligned in there. And when that happens, it stops that free rotation in there, and it can start to kind of jam up, or it'll get sore or real tender there. So one of the things that as a doctor of chiropractic we can do is reset that shoulder back into the proper socket, and the person will now be able to just raise their hand right over their head and have a lot freer range of motion. So I wanted to demonstrate that with you today. Karina, we're going to put your hand up just like this, and we're just going to pull up a little bit like that, just like that. And that kind of reseats that humeral head right back into the socket there. And now she'll be able to move it a little bit better. Now, another part of shoulder injuries that we see a lot is you've got your collarbone right here, and it hooks onto your sternum here, and it comes over here and it hooks on to your shoulder blade, which is known as the acromion. So this bone right here is your clavicle, and it hooks on right here to your shoulder blade. And sometimes you'll feel a little knot right here. And if this has been subluxated or misaligned in any way, oftentimes it'll be very, very tender when you touch it. And people will oftentimes not be able to raise their arm up. One of the ways we can adjust this is by holding pressure here, have you put your hand up on your head, and then make a gentle, did you feel that?
Yeah, I feel really good.
Yeah, I feel really good. Just a gentle light push there. Hers actually moved really well today. So again, that's a move that really takes a lot of training to do. I don't encourage anybody to try that at home. We're making this video just to let you know that chiropractic can really help with shoulder injuries, and that there is something that can be done about it. So if you have any further questions, please feel free to go to my website, www.jeffechols.com, and I hope this has been some help to you.